Hi guys. So, excuse my look. Well, should have probably, one day I'm going to act like I am on camera when I do this instead. Maybe, I don't know, put some makeup on. Anyway, I just finished doing the video for the electrical setup that I have at this point. So I wanted to go ahead and show you a quick deal that I'm calling stage 2 of the front bench area that I've built, daybed, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it. Anyway, but it also houses all of my electrical setup. Let me do a quick turnaround on the camera here and show you how that looks. Okay, this is my front bench. It is, the reason it's in two paint setups is I got the base built and I wanted to leave the top off. I got it fitted and did all of that and got it cut and ready without those hatches that you're seeing there, and then took it off. The reason I did that is I wanted to have as much access to wiring up my electrical system as possible because I'm not putting a hatch in that corner and I wanted to be able to get to the inverter from the top. And then, of course, I don't have a hatch over in that corner because from underneath, there's plenty of access. So anyway, what I've got is that is about just under 40, maybe 48 inches deep. I'm setting it up this way as opposed to putting a banquette because I've got a small trailer. She's only 23 feet, a little over 23 feet inside. And so I wanted to have as much sleeping area because I hope to have visitors in the future and whenever I'm out and about. So I went with the daybed option. Now that's what they had originally with a gaucho couch in Mildred. I just wanted something a little deeper. And then if I change my mind, that little center area that I've got down here for storage and stuff, I can cut that out and change it up if I need to and add a table. But I think this is going to work for me. There was originally over here to the side above that pile of tools and dog toys was a table that was just a flip up table. I saved the brackets, so I'm going to reuse those and add a little pop up table there to use as a desk. So when I'm working, hopefully out working on the road, because I'm going to try to get as mobile as possible, I can use that as a desk. And then I've got one of those just little slide under your couch tables that you can get, Target, IKEA, whatnot, that has a glass top that I can use there in the center. So, but I tend to, eat, TV tray eat. I don't sit at a dining table very often. And let's face it, if you're living in an RV, most of your setup, you're going to be wanting to spend as much time outside. So anyway, so the reason that front part is already painted is that was part of the original structure that I built and got set up before I put the top back on. It had to be 2 pieces because the plywood it's deeper than 48 inches anyway. Underneath where you're seeing that DeWalt jigsaw is a boot storage, so muddy boots, that kind of stuff, and that little bench, that'll be the little bench on top to sit down and put your boots on if you want. I may put a little 3-inch cushion there just because, but I can't go more than about 3 inches because then it hits the deadbolt, and I decided to anchor that into the frame as opposed to the door just for ease of access and not having to adjust my screen door situation. As you can see, I don't have a handle there. I got to fix that. Anyway, so this top is one solid piece, trimmed out the front. I just put it on last night after I got all of my electrical connected and finalized and got the hatches cut. Now that'll have plenty of access. As you can see, this hole is just under 2 feet and maybe 16 inches deep. Plenty of access, but you can see I've got tons of space down there if I need to move any of my electrical stuff around. My inverter has got its own space, so it's well ventilated, nothing over it on the side, so no problems there with it staying nice and cool. And then this area is about 4.5 feet wide, and right now I only have 2 batteries under there, but I've got plenty of space to add 2 more, which is going to give me a crazy amount of amperage hours because I'm using 6-volt golf cart batteries for now. One day I'll upgrade to the AGM batteries, but cost effectiveness and trying to get Mildred done, we started here. There's still about 130 a piece, 150 if you got if you're buying brand new because you don't have a core deposit to return. So the first batteries always cost a little bit more. But as you can see, I've still got, there's not a battery underneath that solid piece. So as you can see, I've got plenty of room to add 2 more batteries, probably even on that tray that I've got them sitting on. I didn't get a battery box. They needed to be vented, so they're nice and vented, but that's just a boot tray I had. And so if there's any leakage, it's going to land on the boot tray unless it's just like, you know, crazy amounts, and then I'm screwed anyway because I don't have battery acid everywhere. But, so that is got that. So from that edge of that battery and that boot tray, which ultimately the whole thing will probably shift over about 6 inches, this is all extra storage underneath. So there's about 2.5 feet back into that corner. And this is, I think I went with 18 inches deep from the edge for the storage area. And then I've got tons of storage in that hole. That's going to hold a ton of stuff. So I'll put the hatches on. I've got some can hinges, but I wanted to get, then I've got my wood filler. I've got to fill my holes, or I had to fill my holes. So I'll sand that down and get my first coat of primer on this morning. The underside has been primed. I didn't worry about painting it. I just wanted to get a protective layer in there. So it's been primed. And then all of this storage, that is almost 2 feet wide each box. It's a little bit off center, but doesn't matter because you can't tell really. But one side is going to be great for, I'll put baskets and stuff like that. And I am going to add some vents in the back just for extra venting, but just vent holes. Those little, I think they call them like a shot put type size vent just for extra venting for the batteries and stuff. But one side, you know, will be blankets. Maybe it'll be a dog bed. Let's face it, she's going to be on top. So blankets and stuff, all kinds of extra storage, as you can see. So that is stage 2. And then I will add to this video later and add you a part 3 to show you the finished product. And then when I get the cushions, you know, we'll kind of keep going in stages. So that's where I am now. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the future. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And hit that little bell up in the corner if you want to stay up on future videos, because I'm clipping this along as I go. So, thanks so much. Bye.